Alright guys, the day has finally arrived. It definitely seems like the burst of speed cars for this Black Friday season have already been announced, and today I will be making sure to test them all in order to check out how good or bad these cars might be for you and your garage, in case you are considering going for them. So with nothing else to add, let's get straight into it. Despite all the information in regards to the new season has already been announced, I do consider that the main dish for this upcoming Black Friday update is nothing but the burst of speed and all the cars related to it. So I might have a look into the other details of this season in a separate video, but today we are here to check the burst of speed cars, so let's begin with all the cars included on the first pack, starting with the HTT Plethora, a car which had its own special events a few months ago and which, despite it was called out for being extremely overranked, something that I can sort of agree with, it's not completely useless. The HTT Plethora has a great handling and a significantly powerful nitro efficiency, but the top speed and acceleration are the most significant drawbacks you will encounter while driving this car. So it's safe to say that the role of this car inside of the burst of speed pack, where its place is to be a filler, a car aimed to slightly decrease, even balance the overall value the pack has to offer. Right after this HTT there is an old acquaintance, because yes, the Bugatti LBN is coming back once again through a burst of speed, just like in the good old days. At this point, I don't really think everyone here knows about this car. Extremely floaty with a barely competitive acceleration, a good nitro efficiency and a top speed, this Bugatti LBN is a quite fun, quite balanced car to drive, regardless of the game mode where you use it. Despite the handling is quite heavy, the way this car retains speed while drifting on the right angle makes it a quite good competitor overall. It used to be quite rare given its status as a Drive Syndicate car at a time where completely maxing out cars through those special events was significantly more expensive than it is today, but you know, after a couple of bursts of speed special events along with the SEC Totara Striker Drive Syndicate where this car appeared, it became way more common than it used to be. Is it better than the HTT Plethora? Yes, it certainly is. Is it an absolute king? Obviously not, but it can defend itself quite decently against better cars, so it will definitely be a go for me. At last but not least, I have the last car of the pack, which is no more and no less than the Rimac Nevera. We are having two old Drive Syndicate cars inside of a single pack within this burst of speed, which is quite interesting considering we are only at the first pack. So yeah, one of the best cars for classic multiplayer is back once again, and this time as a car you can max out from this first burst of speed pack. The Rimac Nevera has one of the best acceleration of the entire game, paired with a solid top speed, a nice handling and an alrightish nitro efficiency that puts this car as one of the most solid options of the entire games when it comes to classic multiplayer. Its agility will allow you to win races with ease, especially on short tracks where the huge speed recovery provided by this car acceleration truly comes at play. It's easily one of the cars I like the most to drive, and despite we are on the Arash Imperium and Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute days, this Nevera can still shine on the right hands and with a tad bit of luck, that is. Then we have the second pack, which in my honest opinion is my personal favorite. Within this pack we might not find something as insane as the Rimac Nevera, yet there are some cars which will definitely be quite useful to some of you guys, specifically for Gauntlet, as it's the case of the Xinger 21C, a car with an extremely fast acceleration that has the drive radius as its major drawback. Unlike the Rimac Nevera, the Xinger while drifting feels quite bad and it loses quite a lot of speed, making it definitely not as agile as other acceleration-based car, which is why the Xinger was called out as being overranked back when it was released. However, the insanely fast acceleration makes it quite interesting for some Gauntlet track, since in that aspect it's as fast as the Rimac Nevera but with way better acceleration, if it's even possible. If you weren't convinced by the Xinger, then the next car might definitely catch your attention, because right next on this pack we have the Koenigsegg Agera RS, an extremely solid top speed oriented S-Class car that, with a top speed of over 500 km per hour, paired with a solid nitro efficiency, makes you not to pay as much attention into the somewhat heavy handling and slow acceleration this car has. Overall, I would say that the handling is not that bad. I mean, you can surely do things with this car in Gauntlet and multiplayer despite of not being a king, but obviously it's worth pointing out if this car is lacking at any point. I would like to point out the fact that this might be the car that resembles the most the final performance of the Koenigsegg One, which is the main special event car for this Black Friday burst of speed. So if you were considering to go for the Koenigsegg One and you already had the Agera RS, you can already have an idea of how it feels while driving it, which makes me think that maybe the Koenigsegg one is just an overranked Agera RS. It's okay though, I am just planning to max it out as soon as possible. Oh, and I almost forgot about it, but the last car of the second pack of this Black Friday Bars of Speed is the CC Tuatara Striker, one of the few Drive Syndicate cars that were somewhat feasible to unlock by free-to-play players, as it was the case with the Rimac Nevera pack on the second Drive Syndicate ever. I remember I maxed out this car, but I never made a video about it because right after that there was an update or something like that and I just forgot to make a video about it, but once it's golden, this Tuatara Striker is an absolute blessing to drive. Over 480 km per hour of peak top speed, decent nitro efficiency, decent acceleration, and a handling that is significantly better than the good old SCC Tuatara, the original one, which was an absolute pain to drive. The Tuatara Striker also looks way better, especially when it comes to the rims and the spoiler. It's not a top tier performer, yet you can certainly win quite a few races with it, so I can't say it's not fun. A quite well-rounded car to complete a second pack that I definitely think it's a quite solid deal. All in all, I have to admit that this Black Friday Bars of Speed offers a quite solid selection of cars regardless of your level within this game. Also, if you already have one of these cars from a specific car completely maxed out, the blueprints of that specific car get automatically removed from the drops, making the process of maxing out the remaining cars from a pack way cheaper overall. Maxing out all the cars from scratch should take like 120,000 tokens, 60,000 tokens for each pack more or less, I will dare to estimate, but obviously if you are looking to max the Koenigsegg one as well, which is likely to be the main Bars of Speed special event car, well, the overall amount might go up. I will max the Koenigsegg because I have to in order to keep the garage improvement pace, but I don't think it will be worth maxing if you have better options around, at least in terms of top speed oriented cars. But you know, those were my impressions in regards to these Black Friday Bars of Speed cars. Now it's your turn. Which are your thoughts in regards to these Bars of Speed cars performance? Will you try to max them all? Make sure to let me know in the comment section, drop your massive like, and I will see you really soon as usual with much more Asphalt content. Goodbye guys!